Tennessee state government has passed a bill that would allow some teachers to carry guns inside the classrooms. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Tennessee's state government passing a bill that would allow teachers under certain circumstances with training and screening to carry guns inside the classroom. All the waiting on right now is for the Governor Bill Lee to sign off on it, and it will be so. And of course, not everyone likes this. Your anti-Second Amendment people, your anti-guns rights people, they don't like this one bit. But first things first, I like the idea. I think it's fantastic. We saw the Covenant shooting. And by the way, can we please get the manifesto at a certain point, Bill Lee, anybody else? But different story, I digress. We saw the Covenant shooting, and we see events happen all over the USA. At a certain point, you're going to need security inside the classroom. It shouldn't be that way, but unfortunately, that's where we are. We got crazy people out here who don't care about gun laws, who don't care about a school zone being gun-free. They don't care anything about that. They want to commit crime. They want to promote evil. So why not have an equalizer to eliminate that evil from a school environment? Why not? I think it's a great idea. Now, there's a lot I want to get into, but first things first, the Tennessee Three don't like this. Remember them? The white lady and the two young black men, Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. At least one of these people staged a quote unquote die-in at the Capitol over the whole gun rights, gun law kerfuffle. Now, I'm not sure if Justin Pearson was there. Remember him with his ridiculous, crazy 1961 speech pattern?
We right now are showing Tennessee and the country that there's only one way forward.
It's like, sir, you're 25 years old in 2024. You're not a 32-year-old MLK or Malcolm X in 1958. Please stop. Like, you don't hear white guys right now talking about some, maybe back in the 1930s they were doing that, but this ain't then. Babe Ruth is not walking through that door. Oscar Mayer from Oscar Mayer Wiener is not walking through that door. You got Jake Gyllenhaal and these kind of cats walking around, but different story, I digress. The point is, a lot of fake people doing fake things like the so-called die-in. Now, let's check this video out right here. And of course, I'll link to everything in the box. I could turn the sound off. There's no need for that, but I think that's Justin Jones right there. I see the hair, the nice wavy hair. I'm jealous. I got the bald head. I cannot grow locks like that. But I think that's him right there on the ground. Yeah, let's get the close-up. Zoom in on my man right there. The very well-manicured situation. All right. Are you pimping or are you lawmaking? What's the difference? I don't know at this point. And then you see a member of the cloth right there. Is that a woman? It appears to be so, with a smile on their face. I'm not sure if that's the same white lady that was part of the Tennessee Three. And here's a sign: Tennesseans don't want this. Well, I say speak for yourself. I live in Tennessee. Yes, I do. I live in Tennessee. I'm in Tennessee right now as I'm making this video, and I want this. So you should speak for yourself. You should put some in front of the word Tennesseans don't want this. Okay. And then it says armed teachers with fully funded schools, not guns. All right. And again, this is a die-in. So they're supposed to be dead, right? Because I guess they got shot by law-abiding citizens and not a mass shooter. I guess that's supposed to be the thing. Now, again, you're not going to have every Tom, Dick, and Harry that is allowed to be part of this program. They're going to be trained people, screened people. So in my opinion, it's going to be a very positive thing. But not everyone feels that same way, okay? You see the stage of die-in, and that's what's going on. Now, can we get to, let's get to the news clip here to get a little bit more information, a little bit more context. And of course, I will link to everything in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
We're going to begin this hour with a controversial effort in Tennessee to address the threat of school violence. A proposed law to allow classroom teachers to carry guns has left people divided in that state. Its legislation introduced last year after the shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville that killed 6 people, including 3 children. As Mark Strassman reports, critics say that response is the wrong one.
Hey, hello! Guns in schools have got to go!
For a second straight week, Tennessee high school students crowded the state capitol to protest
So I'm seeing some of these signs. I'll read them right quick. It says, bullets are not school supplies. You don't trust teachers to pick books, but you trust them to carry weapons. What you mean, like the pornographic books for little kids? I think not. We're not going to do that. And also, we ask y'all to get rid of guns instead you sending in more. I don't know who y'all is. And then it's just a bunch of people talking about how you want to promote. So they want to promote LGBT. LGBT in the schools, pornographic books in schools, that's totally fine. But well-trained people with guns to protect the kids is a bad thing. Okay, cool.
Test a controversial gun bill they say belongs nowhere in classrooms. It would allow teachers to carry firearms. 16-year-old Emmy Wolf Dubin says the legislation would just add more chaos in the event of an active shooter.
Time after time, the idea of adding more guns to this situation isn't effective.
Now, before she is able to express herself fully, when they say it's going to add more chaos, in what way? When people know that there are armed citizens in the place, they tend to stay away from it. When you're talking about a mass shooting, they go to soft targets. Where schools, concerts, things like this, they go places where they know they're not going to face any kind of retaliation. All right.
Especially in schools.
But supporters of the bill, approved by Tennessee State Senate earlier this month, say it could save lives in a situation when every second counts.
There are some counties where they may only have 2 deputies on shift. It might take 20 or 30 minutes to get to that school. This bill tries to fix that problem and protect children.
The issue has drawn passionate pleas from both sides.
I'm mad because this bill puts my child at risk.
Okay, you talking about someone putting your child at risk, but why you got your baby right there next to the microphone? I don't see no earphones or nothing. The neck all crazy. It's like, ma'am, how about securing your little baby rather than screeching in the microphone?
Child at risk.
If passed, Tennessee's bill would require at least 40 hours of firearms training. But that's not enough to ease the concerns for some. This state's still grappling with last year's deadly shooting at the Covenant School. 3 children and 3 adults were killed.
So I'm pretty sure you got to apply for the program, number one. And then number 2, you got to have 40 hours of firearms training. That's not a small amount of hours. So you got to be somebody that knows what you're doing, being confident with guns. You can't just be any old person with this weapon.
And you feel that students are at risk with this bill?
Absolutely. We're putting a job on the teacher that they should never have.
But if the bill passes, Tennessee's governor is expected to sign it.
Now, here's the thing about it. She's saying we're putting a job on teachers they shouldn't have. Well, who is we? Last I checked, this is a voluntary program. So you sign up for it and you get your training if you want to do it, but you don't have to do it.
For CBS Mornings, Mark Strassman in Nashville.
Boy, it's a really tough call. You'll
You'll
hear teachers complain like they won't even let us teach math the way we want to. Now they want us to hold a gun. But I think the key thing is that it's a voluntary position.
Yes, thank you. It's voluntary. It's not like they're being forced to do it.
A teacher who feels like you can handle it. If I'm a parent, I would be happy there's a gun in the room shooting the bad guy if the bad guy's coming into my kid's classroom. But so I see it from both sides here. I really do.
So yeah, shout out to the great state of Tennessee. This is a fantastic bill. I can't wait for Bill Lee to sign it again. It's passed the House, passed the Senate, in Tennessee state government now. Governor Bill Lee, sign off on it, and it will be so. You got to sign up for it. It's voluntary, 40 hours of training, and you'll be able to be a teacher with a gun inside the classroom. I think it's fantastic. It is a deterrent from school shooters, and in the event of a school shooting, you're going to have a good guy with a gun rather than the bad guy being the only one with the gun. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thoughts on teachers having guns inside the classroom? Is it a good idea, bad idea? Would you feel comfortable sending your kids to a classroom like this with a trained person having a firearm? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think it's a fantastic idea, 100%, because you want to have the good guys with the gun. Some are going to be afraid about teachers just going postal and shooting the kids. I don't think it's going to happen, because that can happen off the shift. They could come to the school as a school shooter. Okay, again, you want to have teachers, good guys in a situation where they can defend the kids and defend themselves. And also, one more time, they can be a deterrent, because if the shooter knows he's going to the school and teachers have weapons and he's not going to be able to just do what he wants to do, just sit there and pick off people, he'll get deleted immediately. Maybe he'll just think twice about going to that particular place. Just maybe. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.